Welcome back, MDRN, and this is Mechabellum. We're going into this week's midweek tournament, and we are down here. We'll be in the intermediates, I think. Let's see what we get. Advanced Group 2, and we're against GG PLX T2. Ready up. Quite the name there. Right, Typhoon, Speed, Rhino, Supply. Ooh. Kind of like the supply start there, but it's not much HP. Rhino's interesting. Typhoon's interesting. Say Typhoon. More HP and a fancy start. Alright, we're up against Training Specialist with Mustangs and Crawlers. Expecting asymmetrical aggro is the best way to start with those units. We're not going to make it easy for them. Get our little setup going. Get our arc lines. 2 gap or 1 gap? Let's just do a 1 gap there. Right. So very closely packed. Vulcans would be good into that. What's he spent his training on? I'm expecting Arclight. And then a level up on one of them. Does run the usual techs. Crawlers. Fairly standard category crawler build. I recently took Replicate off my crawlers and put Acid on instead. Because it's been so long since I've won a game with Replicate. He leveled up these Mustangs, but didn't actually level them. Yeah, fair enough, makes sense. Millions of crawlers, he's just building for the mid-game. Rockets raining in, picking off units. Not many big hits though. Arclights will have a feast, but they probably won't level up unless they kill all the Mustangs. Go on, lads. Ooh. So I might just spend 100 to get the Arclight armor. And prevent the Mustangs from doing any damage whatsoever. And bulletproof. Hopefully we don't get a damage item. No, we don't. Good. Photon. Or any of these. No, I'm just going to skip that. Right. These guys. Some crawls of our own. Let's take armor on these guys just to slow down the growth of those Mustangs. It won't protect us from anything serious, but it'll help. He might take the Phoenixes. We'll see. Nope, Stormcaller of his own. Good positioning, that's going to kill a lot of our Fangs. That's why you leave a little gap between your Fangs and your Stormcallers. It's a shame though, it means he's got an answer to our armoured Arclights. They're not as bulletproof as I'd hoped. Could do with some forward Stormcallers then to distract these guys. Not full of Stormcallers, full of Crawlers! Uh-oh, losing our Arclights early. Ah, did get his level though, that's big. He didn't actually take the level on the Mustangs, so he spent the training spec. Just kind of wasted all the XP the Mustangs have earned. Right. Interesting, this side over here on the left lost this round. ZDO. Oh, extended range Stormcaller, that's why. Okay. What text is he running? Standard. Lacking fire. So crawler set there. Mobile beacon that cost me 200. Pretty sure we're going Phoenix here because it beats everything else. Yeah. Makes sense. Goes up. Crawler set. Mobile beacon. And the problem with extended range Stormcallers is they reach right to here to begin with. So I can already distract them. Alright, then mobile beacon. And back. And then 3 sets of crawlers. No, 2 sets of crawlers. And then health up at the tower. Yeah. Alright, let's see where he's go. Nope, let's take a unit. Let's unlock Mustangs, because we're not going to get free Mustangs with him. I already have them on the board. Melting Point. Interesting. Does run Split. Doesn't run Crawler Summoning, so Phoenix can beat them. I recently put EMP back in my Phoenixes. I'm planning on using EMP range Phoenixes as my answer to Melting Point. The only problem is it does lose to the Mustangs. He's slowly building up a bigger and bigger board. But I think we're in okay position. I'm just worried his training specialist will get a lot of value once the giants start stacking up the experience. Particularly if there's a enhancement module given out. It hasn't leveled up the Mustangs though. I think my next tech is going to be range on the arc lights. If we do go that route, we'll see. Oh, but if I go range on the arc lights, I need to go range on the phoenixes, I remember. I remember. Maybe I just go Vulcan. No, I've gone Vulcan a lot, really. It's probably not worth. I've just got so many units that are vulnerable to it. Everything here apart from the melting point move. Stormcaller. Die in seconds to Vulcans. Right. Phoenix is connecting to the melting point. Still feeding crawlers in. That feels okay. Arclight. Did get his level up. Stormcaller's raining in damage. Beautiful. Phoenix is closing out. That's perfect. Getting the tower. Only worry is that melting point. Don't want it to get too many levels before our Phoenixes do. Feeling okay here. Just chipping away at his health. Only round 3. Here are our 3 Typhoons. There's the enhancement module I was worried about. Just gives an opportunity to get a laser sights that he won't have. So I might do that. Slap that onto these guys. These guys go over here. In the second slot. Crawlers in front on the first slot. These guys going forward and back. More crawlers at the back. Level you up, and then I've got a pit. If I go range on the arc lights, he'll go to 133 meter range. These phoenixes will be okay, these ones won't be. Am I okay with that? I kind of am. Oh, it costs 500, so I won't be able to get additional arc lights. Let's level these guys up instead. Stormcalls are hitting hard, and double the stats for half the price. You can't say fairer than that. I think I do need additional arc lights though. What I'll do is I'll put the additional arc light on this side over here. 3 off the edge to catch these crawlers, because these crawlers will already be dealt with by this flank play. Whoops, sorry. 100 left over, additional attack up, or some oil. I'm thinking some oil. I'm going to do it like so. To keep him honest. Alright, let's see what he's gone for. Laser sight on the melter as well, interesting. They didn't go with the enhancement module despite being a training specialist. This fight will do just fine for us. Crawl's bought time for our Typhoons to warp in, and then we'll be able to protect them going forwards. I'm threatening doing the whole shield play. I might just drop some Phantom Rays behind and finish off the entire little cluster. They're advancing menacingly. Love the little crab walk. Go on, they're going to take the tower. Yes! About to take his tower, that's beautiful. There we go. He's got range on those melters, which is a little bit annoying. Okay, I've got to go range EMP on the Phoenixes. We're closing this out now. Did he spend anything extra? Nope. Okay. Flank should be a little bit annoying for him. Java, Advanced Shield, or Storm? I think Storm is too much value here. There's just a lot of work to be done. We're not killing the Stormcallers. Am I okay with that? Yes, I am.
Life-threatening winds to Ireland and the UK.
Drop another arc light over here. Am I taking shields on these guys? It's 400, which is a big investment for a flank play. He probably just drops a Scorpion there. I think I'm happy with him hitting it with a missile, and then the Typhoon's killing off the chaff and then threatening this. And we'll just see what he adds in. Might just put Phoenix behind, you know? As our high DPS punch. I can always sell it or move it. Level these guys up. 300 left over. Shields. Rebirth on the Phoenixes. You know what, I will do Rebirth on the Phoenix just in case he does the Storm play. Shield there, shield there. Long range. 100 left over, another unit to drop. Feels like another arc light for sure. Yeah, another arc light. And we'll push him over here. Just to balance out our board, even though we don't really need it with this flank already killing these guys. He'll still press in and kill off this a bit quicker. Okay, anything to unlock? Let's get Saberteeth unlocked. Right, let's see where his storm is, in the centre. No, it's not. Vulcans! Wow. It's going giant. Storm instantly hits the Melting Point slowing it, but the Melting Point turns to catch the crawlers on the side. He will protect that tower from the rearguard action. But, and it's a big but, the Phoenixes still get the tower. He ignites the oil himself. I think the Vulcan might have been MS play. Phoenix connecting onto Giants. Big Melter is down with the laser sights. Phoenixes have connected onto the Giants defending the eastern tower. Damage coming in. Giants falling. I don't think this will be lethal, but it's a good hit. Good amount of damage, and it's a lot of pressure. He didn't loan, he didn't take range. Good damage, look at that. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. It's gotta be Wasps, right? It's gotta be Wasps, because he's gonna go Wasp versus us. Could do the Wasps here and here, going into the Vulcans. I'm a little bit worried about these Mustangs that he's never done anything with. Phoenix is up. Phoenix's range. Mobile beacon as planned. Lone range speed. 300 left over. Ooh, debating anti-air and the Wasps and preemptive, but that's probably a mistake. Could do range, but then I'm missing my unit drops for the turn. I'm just going to do some more, what, Fangs? Yeah, if I do Fangs, I can also take health, level up on this arc light, which is important for the armor. 50 left over, cheeky missile. I mean, would it be rude? They're not going to move. Yeah, because these Fangs will get pulled in towards these crawlers. These Stormcallers and these crawlers from behind will all get caught by that missile, I reckon. Guess we'll find out in a second. Range on the Vulcans, they are long-range Vulcans. Oh, and the missile is soaked by some Fangs on the side. Super long-range Vulcans. We have long-range Phoenixes to counter, and he's put a Wraith on the side. Wow. Phoenixes will be respawning at the back lines though, which feels good. And we have Wasps distracting the Melters, while the Phoenixes sneak on in. But do we have the damage is the question. We have the survivability. Do we have the damage? Melter down, anti-air remaining is just the Wraith. I think we might have this. Comfortable win, no anti-air remains, GG. I'm going to say unlucky for that one. Storm favoured us, and the Phoenix were the perfect counter to what he had on the board. He never really got back into that. Not convinced the Vulcan was the correct pick here, even with the extended range. Not sure if the Wraith was the correct pick either. It killed off the flank, but with the Rebirth Phoenixes they just popped back over here. Never did anything with his Mustangs. He leveled them up with the intensive training, but then never actually took them, never took range on them. I think it was pretty clear I was going to take the Wasps here with him having the Melters. But maybe I'm misjudging that. This little flank, did it pay for itself? It soaked a huge unit drop, and it sniped the tower twice, which is massive, and it killed off a Vulcan for us on the other turn. So yeah, I think it worked. I'm kind of glad I didn't invest in the barrier, because he never really missiled to clear it. Just having the barrier as a threat was enough. Crawlers didn't do a lot in the final round, but that's okay, there's a huge Wraith there. Extended range Stormcaller. It does lower the damage, but does give them epic range. I don't know. I'm just thinking about it here. It helped him win the second round, but I don't think it helped him win the game, or do much damage in the game at all. You could say the same thing about the armor enhancement and the arc lights, though maybe that put him off from going into those Mustangs. Because I do kind of wish I had range on the arc lights, but it's just too expensive at 500 for kind of too little impact, with him not having that much chaff. And his chaff being quite slow moving for the most part, apart from the 4 sets of crawlers that were loose. Interesting game. Let's see how much comp power we gained or lost. Oh, we advanced to gold 3. Check me out. 20 MMR feels good, and 900 combat power feels even better. There we go. Right, where are we in the tournament? We are currently 3rd. Let's see who's currently live that we can spectate. Anyone? There's Ben Moles. Let's go spectate Ben Moles. He was our nemesis in the last major tournament we played on a Saturday. Right, Crocodile is in the blue trunks, Ben Moles is in the red trunks, Ben Moles is amp spec, Crocodile is Sabertooth Specialist with improved War Factory and Extended Range Phoenix. We have a Rhino drop at the back that's going to connect to the tower. The tower is level 2, so it'll take 7 swings to kill. The round might be over by then. Overlord dies to the Phoenix. The Sabertooth is next on the chopping block. But the tower falls, buying him more time. And there is a lull in the combat. Alright, so we have big Sabertooth with Amp Core. We have big level 2 Sabertooth with just naked damage, doing 17,000 damage a shot, level 3 now. Not quite able to one-shot the other Sabertooth, but it's already low enough that it will pop it. This Rhino is not long for this world. I love watching big Rhinos get popped. Cheeky Missile, unfortunately, only kills off a single Crawler. That is not a value missile. Alright, let's see where we're at. We're on round 6 now. And we are seeing fire connects the oil. Good defensive play. All this will die. Will Crocodile make the read and go Fire Extinguisher, get those sprinklers going? We have a big Overlord with cannons already invested. We have another Overlord coming in from Ben Malls with Wasp summoning now as well. These Phoenixes probably won't be enough now with the Wasp summoning spawning blockers. Does he have any other anti? I guess he's got the Wraith with Absorption, but I wouldn't back a Wraith versus an Overlord. Even though the Overlord can and can't interact with the Wraith, it does kill everything else and helps the main guns get onto the Wraith really quickly. He's not... Yes, he has predicted. He's got those sprinklers going. Will still kill some of the chaff. It's not the end of the world. Overlord's coming in hot and heavy. Ready to take out this tower. Possibly needs a bit more chaff on this side over here for Crocodile. I think these crawlers will end up over here. Nope, they've ended up here. Okay. A second Wraith as well to clear the chaff. Might get the Phoenixes onto the Overlord faster. Has been selling the Sabertooth tanks to move the Amp Cores over to the Overlords. So he's going to go plan Overlord, jump drive, is the expectation. You have an EMP here. Wow, okay. Predicting a shield, maybe. Not sure. Maybe worried about Assault Marksman as a blocker. I just wanted to clear whatever's in the way. I think igniting the oil might actually hurt him here. I think the oil itself was pretty good for slowing everything. And the ignite was fairly telegraphed, and the Hound sprinkler system just clears it beautifully. Tower is gone, but the entire right side is gone for Crocodile. We have these two big Overlords, one of which is on a smidgen of HP. Look at that, only a tiny fraction of HP remaining. Kind of hard to lock on. I wish there was a key for like total annihilation. You'd used to press T to track a unit, and the cam would lock onto it and follow it perfectly. You'd be able to like see it from the point of view of a fighter jet flying over the battlefield. So we've got one Phoenix left to clear everything here. It's going to get stuck in these wasps for a while. Yeah. Overlord living on a smidgen of HP wins the round. That's with fire. Can we see a firmer anti-air response from Crocodile? Or with Ben Malls? Oh, triple Typhoon. I'm guessing anti-air clicked on it as well. Find out in a second. Doesn't look like he's going for it. Relying on the raw talent of the naked Typhoons. I'm not a big fan of Typhoon though. It's a strong unit if it gets levels, but without levels it's a little bit weak. And these Overlords are pretty big now, and the cannon just one-shots the Typhoon if it's a level above. Not sure. Gonna need a lot more chaff here. I need some late crawlers, more Phoenixes on the strong side, I'm guessing, to help clear up at the end. And on the weak side. Okay, he's trying to balance out. I would love to see anti-air on these Typhoons, because the only thing giving him bother is this lot. Everything else is just fodder for the mill. Grist to the mill. No, that's not the right phrase. Grist to the mill means useful, productive, because grist is the grain or corn that you turn into flour. It's been a while since I've used that expression. This tower looks open for a snipe, but it's level 3, so it's very hard to pop. This tower doesn't look too open to a snipe, because you summoning wasps there, summoning phoenixes or wasps there, and these wasps summoned by this Overlord will probably come backwards for it anyway. But there is a lot quite close at the front. Maybe you could get in with just a phoenix play there coming sideways. Ben Maul's loaning, taking speed but not range. Crocodile not loaning but does take range and speed. Okay. Still on level 2 on this tower. It's tough because the Overlords do so much damage, it's difficult to justify taking further levels on the tower, but you almost want it just for the shorter debuff duration. Shield is soaking quite a bit of damage, gets popped once the charge shot Phoenix connect. feel better if the wasps are all gone and the Phoenix connect onto the Overlord, but there's still the Typhoons on the ground, and the Overlord's pounding through. Stopped. One Overlord is down. Typhoons picking up a second with Phoenixes in support. Stuck now on the chaff. Overlord will get its third wasp summoning set coming out now. It's not going to be enough, I don't think. I think this Overlord is doomed. It's distracted, it's gone. Benmol's in trouble here, he might be dead. Benmol's gone! Loses the first round. Crocodile doing very well there. Ooh. Not sure. Managed without anti on the Typhoons though, which surprised me. Wraith is a strange unit. It beats Wasps as long as the Wasps don't have anti, and then it loses to Wasps. It loses to Overlord, but it clears chaff super fast, which might help you beat an Overlord with another unit in support, like these Charge Shot Phoenixes. That was quite interesting. I don't run Charge Shot on my Phoenixes. I've been umming and ahhing about it. I swapped out EMP instead of Charge Shot recently. Not sure. Anyway, let's see where we're at in the tournament now. Let's try and work out who our next opponent will be. Advance to the next round, no surprises there. For editing DRN, 38-37. So we are 6th. So we're 3rd from bottom, so we'll be fighting 3rd from top. I'm expecting to be playing as Game Alts. Shops at Aldi, apparently. Well, thank you for watching as always. Hope you've had some fun, and I'll see you tomorrow when we will be playing Game Alt, who may well be one of my friends in disguise. Find out tomorrow who it is. What a cliffhanger, eh?